Good morning. Yesterday, Raila Odinga came on news and he was defending Adani. He gave us explanations, a long story on why he believes Adani is a good and reputable company. But the question I want to ask Raila right now is he aware there is a case in court regarding Adani and SHIF? You know, where Adani through a Sparrow, they are providing services in a consortium with Safaricom. The truth of the matter is this. Why did Safaricom and the consortium change the figures they had already agreed in January with the Ministry of Health? And in that meeting, even President William Ruto's representative was there, the economic advisor, where they agreed that the total amount and the cost of providing the system to SHIF will cost just 48.3 billion Kenya shillings. Why then, 4 months later, in the month of May, an application was made by Safaricom and it was approved the same day that Safaricom now, together with these new individuals, will provide the service at 104 billion, up by 56 billion from the initial negotiated price. This is what exactly happened. After the meeting, some people in the ministry, they had already conspired how to get money. And that's why they did a single sourcing kind of a tender to Safaricom. This in itself was not supposed to be, because the service Safaricom is providing to SHIF is not a unique service. And therefore, being not a unique service, the law provides that Safaricom must, Ministry of Health must publicize the tender so that everyone can apply. So that's how you save Kenyans money. But according to some people in the Ministry of Health, they believed that by Safaricom charging them 48.3 billion was saving Kenyans some money, which is not true. This, from the beginning, was a strategy to steal money from the public. And remember, in the 48.3 billion, it was to account for all the other charges, including taxes, including service, providing the service, maintaining the service. In short, it was to provide an entire ecosystem without an extra coin either borne by the hospitals, the service provider, which is SHA, or the patients. But under the current 104 billion that SHA is now onboarding Safaricom and consortium that includes Adani, we are going to be paying service charge every time we transact. Every time something is done, we are going to be paying. It's no longer going to be borne by the ministry, but rather it's going to be paid by you and me and the hospitals that are within the system. Now, why did Safaricom bring in the consortium? The argument by the ministry is this, that the service Safaricom was to provide was expanded to include what? To include other state agencies that were not within the system. But then the question is, I know when a system has been purchased with some capacities, it can only be extended. I'm not an IT expert, but I don't believe by adding agencies into the system was going to cost any money, because the system was already decided how it was going to operate. But why would you involve other agencies? This was just a way to justify the extra 56 billion. And this is a theft. This was public money being stolen by Safaricom and Adani. Another question that comes is this. When Raila says that Adani is a very good company and defends it and says that we should not destroy the name of Adani, why is Adani being given almost everything in our country? He has already officially taken Ketraco, which we will challenge as people of Kenya. Is in the process of taking JKIA, which we must resist as people of Kenya. And he's also planning to take the the Mombasa port, which we will resist. What else is Adani planning to take? Remember, dear Kenyans, all these were planned beginning of this year. All this was planned beginning of this year. And remember, for Safaricom, 104 billion was approved, was applied in one day, approved in one day, awarded in one day. Even Adani JKI deal was done in one day. So why? Simple. The government is stealing our money. But remember, and I'll keep on repeating this, the biggest stealing of our public resources is done at the revenue collection. Never forget it. When the government is collecting taxes, that's when they are stealing the highest amount of money. It's not allocation. It is in revenue. Allocation, yes. But revenue, that's where the devil is. Kenyans, we need to do something. I've talked about maandamano. I don't know where you are going to be on 20th. 20th, there is a call to the streets. Will you respond or have you missed it? Thank you. Good day.